Hello and hey guys, and welcome to another edition of Nails Are a Lifestyle. Today we are out here in Parkville, Maryland. Somebody's car alarm is going off, but we're here to see Miss Ashlee, the owner of the Infinity Nails LLC. So I'll see you guys inside to get ready for this amazing interview. And we're now ready to talk with Miss Ashlee out here in Parkville, Maryland. Even though I'm from Baltimore, I'm always surprised and definitely proud of everybody of what they're doing in the nail industry and the salons. You guys are definitely reaching for the stars, and I'm so happy for that. We're not opening up like these typical salons, but what we've grown up to see. So we're going to get started with Miss Ashlee. Ashlee, tell the people how long you've been doing nails. How did you wind up home?
You want me to tell all my business? How long I've been doing nails?
Inspired.
Oh. I started doing nails around 2007, 8.
Okay.
So I don't want to do no maths, but that long.
What nail school did you go to?
Maryland Beauty Academy. That's how you know it's.
Is that in Essex?
It was in Essex. Well, technically, it's still in Essex because I think it's out East Point now.
It was hair. As well, right?
It's both.
Okay, yeah, because I went there too. Because I had to think about where did I go. All right, okay. All right, so you went to nail school, and then what happened after that?
Well, I was actually going to nursing school as well. So I got into doing nails because of a prom mishap back in the day. So I had missed my nail appointment, like half of my nail appointment. So I could only get either my feet or my hands done. But I had an emergency backup, so I got my feet done. And when I needed to get my nails done, it was really last minute. Probably, it might have been the day of. My nail tech did my nails by hand on a bed. Designs, filling, everything. I was amazed. So I was like, I'm going to learn how to do this. And because I was always geared towards nursing, nobody believed in me. Everybody thought I was going to waste my nursing career and all this other stuff. But I had a passion for it. And at the same time, I was still taking care of people. So I was still getting that
what kind of nursing?
itch. I always did med-surg, hospice. I did the hard stuff.
Ooh.
Yeah, so needless to say, I burnt out quick.
Right.
So I would go back and forth in between doing nails and working at the hospital when it got too hard. Eventually, I decided to leave the hospital altogether. And that's when I went into nails full time. And I worked at various shops. And I usually stay in East Baltimore. But back then, it wasn't a lot of us. So everybody pretty much knew everybody. It was easy.
Right.
It was always easy for me to come back.
You from East?
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was easy for me to come back, pick up my clientele. I really wouldn't even have to call nobody.
Right.
But then COVID happened. So right before COVID, I had already planned on moving from the last salon I was at. I kind of went full circle. So my mentor, Tanea and Sheena at used to be Treasure Nothing Better is where I started. I ended up with Tanea on Old Hartford Road at Nate Nicole renting a booth.
Okay.
And that's when I realized, I can do this myself. If I'm buying all myself and taking care of everything, I can do this. And rent was starting to go up, as far as housing rent. So between my rent and my booth rent, it was easier to find a space to put them both together. And after doing that, I met Rain while I was still at Nate Nicole and started her as my apprentice. That was my first apprentice for this shop.
Okay.
And then that's how that started.
So how do you like the apprenticeship experience as being the teacher on that side?
I like doing it, but the way it's set up by State Board is kind of iffy. If it was set up in a different way, I would like it a lot more. I would take more people, but you really have to be careful taking apprentices.
So a lot of people doesn't know how it's set up. So what do you mean?
So when you have an apprentice, you can either go to nail school for 3 months or you can do an apprenticeship for almost a year.
Okay.
So you would have to trust somebody to come in 24 to 30 hours a week and practice, and you sign off on their hours, and they're supposed to progress. And then whatever arrangement you have, I guess if they're supposed to work for you or whatever, then that's how that would work. Because technically you can't charge for an apprenticeship. So what about that theory side? Like what happens with that? So normally, I can't think of the last time the nail book changed. So they just read the book. That part is easy. So you just read the book and you take the test. It's like 100 questions. Like they never change. So it's always easy to do that part. And I do a little state board prep with them before they leave. The physical part of the test is really what jams people up sometimes. And not because they can't do nails. It'll usually be something technical like the kind of supplies they bring or something like that.
So I know you said Rain was your first one. Have you had any other apprentice come in and you did the program with them or?
Yes, so then I had Brianna. So the next year after that, we met Bri, and all these girls already had like the artwork down. They went to school for art. I mean, they were already doing acrylic or gel X or whatever they was playing with. So I kind of just guided them in the right direction, showed them what to do, how to speed up, things like that, how to keep clients, the business side. That's mostly what I had to focus on with them.
So when you first started, I know, like I started like in 2003, but that was just doing artwork. So are you saying, so what year did you actually start? Even if you was practicing, not licensed, but just practicing?
Honestly, I didn't practice until I went to nail school.
Wow.
So I never played, like maybe played with press-ons when you like a kid or something. I started getting my nails done myself probably around 15, 16. And I only had my nails done in a other salon maybe once. And I liked having my nails done, but I didn't like the look. So I went further up the street in my neighborhood, and that's how I actually met Tanea and Sheena. She was my nail tech first.
Cool. Which one?
Tanea.
Okay.
So, and if Tanea was busy, I would go to Sheena. Whatever, both of them. So I was always used to having a black nail tech. It wasn't weird to me. But it was a little weird when I became a nail tech and other women would look at me like I couldn't do nails because I wasn't Asian. Even black women. So getting through that barrier was always a thing, especially when you work in the same building with them. So they'll sit there and watch you with your clients and keep peeking. And then eventually they want to slide on over. But I was always gracious enough to let them do so, even though you're not quiet. I heard everything y'all said. But I got better and better. I took my time, and people appreciate us taking our time, taking care of each other.
Yeah, absolutely. So what different ways did you feel like you run your shop than the others run their shop? Like what type of differences? What did you try not to do?
So all the shops I worked at before were commission based. So I think the best commission I ever had was probably like 70-30.
Okay.
But usually what that means is the supplies that they buy you are trash. So usually when you have a better commission, you get better stuff, but you always end up buying stuff yourself anyway. So at the end of the day, you always feel like they're getting more money than they really should, especially when it comes to your artwork and stuff like that. But I lost my train of thought.
We were talking about what are some of the different ways that you feel like you run your salon?
So not having the commission, I don't have to worry about a lot of supplies and stuff. I do supply some things for the girls, but not everything. So even though we have booth rent, I still kind of have a cohesive salon where you can kind of expect the same thing with all of us. So we all share clients. If you like something somebody else did, you can go to them. Like we don't gatekeep, we share. Like if you notice, we all like kind of work together, even though technically we all get paid separately and we're all separate businesses within my business.
Got you. So have you ever did commission though?
No, I always offer it, but I'm always honest because I would make more money if I did commission, but I want you to make more money too. And honestly, it's less work. It's really ahead because then you have to start chasing people to come to work. And I don't got time for that. You want to come. If you don't. Pay your booth rent, we cool.
Definitely pros and cons. Do you feel like because you're doing booth rent, like you would cap out as far as how much you're going to be able to charge somebody?
So really, we technically go up with inflation. My booth rent has not always been the same.
Okay.
So as things get more expensive, the booth rent does go up a little bit. So we sign contracts and talk about things and what's included. What do you mind not having and everything to figure out what the perfect price point is.
The longest booth rent that you have here, she's been in how long?
6 years. Everybody who has came here except for one person has not left yet.
Okay.
So usually if I got a spot open, better hurry up and see if you can get the spot.
You're doing good with retention as well. So that's good. I always commend the salon owners when they have the nail techs there that don't want to leave. Because so what do you feel about salon suites though? What do you feel about it?
So salon suites are cool when you're trying to start. But
so?
if you
when you're trying to start,
so people get in their head about doing nails. Now that we have YouTube and all of this stuff, the girls kind of know how to do at least one or two things to get them where they need to be. The alternative is trying to find a friendly salon to work in, or trying to find like a traditional salon to work in. That can be hard, especially if you look like us. So we don't get hired everywhere. So if you want to start and you don't want to wait, go to that salon suite. If you're not comfortable traveling, or if you don't have a space in your home that you can just dedicate to nails, go to that salon suite.
But what if they don't have the clients though?
So getting clients to me is easier now than it was before. It's a little iffy now because the economy is weird. But before that, I don't see the same slow seasons I used to see in the past.
Mm-hmm.
Because I built my clientele in the 2008 recession with no social media, no nothing. So that was a lot of footwork.
So it sounds like that they need to know how you build your clientele if you're new, because Miss Ashlee has the tea on it.
Well, first of all, you have to have all the social medias. And matter of fact, I'm not even going to say you have to have all of them, but you have to have ones that you can be consistently on there, whether you have content to put on there or not.
Okay.
See, the trick is even put the things on there that you are inspiring to do, because then that kind of clientele will attract to your page. And when you're ready, they will stalk you and they will see the pictures.
When you're saying inspiring, are you just saying putting pictures of
other people's pictures?
Okay.
You can't do it yet? Put the picture up on what you want to do and what you want to practice on somebody else.
Okay.
You're going to have to work for a little cheaper than you want to.
Okay.
You're going to have to work longer hours than you want to in the beginning. But when people see your passion, a lot of people get excited about growing with you.
Now, are you saying, okay, so say like chrome design and snakeskin. So the person just want to put that out there. Are they looking for models, or are they just putting it out there as inspiration?
It could be both.
Okay.
Because if don't nobody click on it and say they coming, then it's just inspiration. It's fine. But it's still letting people know that you're out there. You can't have an Instagram page and have 2 posts on there.
Yeah.
And even if you get on your story every day, you still have to have consistent content, because people are looking for consistency.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they really want.
Yeah.
So when they see that every picture is getting a little bit better, and they feel like that they can guide you a little bit on what they want, they won't come in, especially for that lower price. So snatch them in, get them comfortable, and they'll grow with you.
So do you feel like the nail industry is oversaturated now? What do you think?
I wouldn't say it's enough clients for everybody.
Oh, I
because
that.
Once we're booked, we're booked. That's why I said we take walk-ins, but we only take walk-ins when we have newer people. So our last 2 nail techs that joined us are newer. Mm-hmm. So they're building their clientele, so it's easier for them to take walk-ins. But once that clientele is built, we're pretty much an appointment-only salon. Yeah.
So how do you get the customers for the new nail techs that may come and want to work with you? Like, what do they do besides social media? Is this an area for walk-ins? Because it doesn't sound like there's a lot of nail salons in this area.
So what happens is usually you post that you have walk-ins online.
Okay.
And we do have a line dedicated to the shop that's separate from everybody else's that you can call or text to see if we're available. And usually what ends up happening is if we don't have availability for you now, we'll make you an appointment.
Okay.
Is usually what happens.
Okay.
But really, word of mouth is still queen. So once you do somebody and they like it, they're going to tell their coworkers, mm-hmm. They're going to tell their mother, they're going to tell their sister, their cousin, especially if they like what they're seeing. So now everybody's going to want to come. A lot of our clients are clusters of clients from the same job, the same family, the same friend group. So everybody kind of knows everybody a little bit.
Got you.
Mm-hmm.
So being here for the 6 years, was there any time? Because wait a minute. Did you come here when COVID was going on? You was already here?
I was already here, but it was our first year, and Rain was just getting her full clientele, and she had just quit her actual part-time job.
So did you panic when COVID hit, or what were you thinking?
So the nurse in me knew what to do, at least to keep everybody safe.
Mm-hmm.
But the money part did get weird. But everybody, especially in the beginning of COVID, everybody was kind of lenient on what you needed to owe and all that other stuff. So we were able to easily get through it. And then eventually when the governor said we can get unemployment, that got us till we were able to reopen again.
Now, all right. And so, when did you start getting like all the other nail things? I know you had Rain, and then like what year did you? Was it like four of you guys in here?
That was more recent. I'm gonna say 2022. Time go by so fast. Because then that's when we got.
It was like how many of you guys?
For the longest time, it was 3 of us.
Okay.
And then we met Amber.
Okay.
And Amber already came licensed from Mint Nail School.
Okay.
So she just needed help on like the business part of everything. And Amber she's fast. She's our Speedy Gonzalez. That's what we call her. So Amber's very punctual and all of that. So we learned that part from her. She learned some nail designs and borrowing stuff from us. And then she was able to build her clientele. And now she got more stuff and everything than everybody. So
okay,
we all help each other pretty much.
So I want to talk about I know sometimes what people are doing now. So they'll get their license. A lot of people are not going into the traditional salon. They're going into the salon suites. I would like for you to give some people advice about opening up your own salon. Like, what does that mean? And I mean, I understand they're going to see the good side. They might think it's just money, money, money. But are there any hardships that you might have thought they'll be like, you know what, I didn't sign up for this, or I'm glad I had this in place because I wasn't expecting that?
You need to have everything in order. If you're just running around doing a set here, doing a set there, that's fine. But if this is going to be your livelihood, then treat it as such. You need to I'm not saying you have to have an LLC, but you should have a business banking account. You should be keeping your accounting in order. You should be doing your taxes. Without those things, I wouldn't have been able to get unemployment from COVID.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't have been able to get any help from the SBA when I needed it. When you do things the way you're supposed to do it, yeah, you got to pay a couple of taxes and fees. That's probably the only hardship that I can think of right off top, because they start to add up a little bit. And self-employment tax is a bit much. So that might like hold you up a little bit, but everybody take payment arrangements. Just make sure your stuff in order, and then you're able to get help, at least in Maryland.
Okay. All right. So as we come to the end of the interview, I want you to give the girls some advice, and you cannot say keep going and stay motivated. You can't say that.
Okay.
What you got for them? What you got?
Don't leave the shop. Whatever environment that you're in, that you're starting in, try to stay in it as long as you can if it's not toxic. If you have extra time, be in the shop. If you have extra time, practice doing somebody's nails. If you don't have anybody to do your own. The amount of time that you need to practice and people need to see you being consistent is really key in building up your clientele. People can literally feel the passion coming up off of you. And even if you're not great yet, they know you're going to get there, and they want to be that client that can always get that spot because they were with you the longest.
That's some good advice.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So I hope you guys enjoyed this week's episode of Nails Are a Lifestyle. We will see you guys next week with another episode. So stay tuned. Say bye, Ashlee.
Bye. Nice meeting y'all.